Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is the game War in the Pacific 8-month edition. This is my play by email with Xargun. This allied player for me is Japan and this is scenario 1 on game version 26b. I take here finally also the last dot base in the northeast of Australia. So everything down to close to Brisbane is under Japanese control. No one can hide more. That is nice. Yeah, I reached the port and then the ship is going down. But I can still save 880 guys. And I don't know if they was able to unload something before the ship was sinking. Hard to say. At the end of the turn I will try to see what is left over from my Navy Guard unit. There's still this island of Townsville under Australian control. Not so good. Allied submarines around the Ceylon, of course. Some airstrikes. But this is high mountain, so we need to slow down any movement. I don't want that this unit is more or less crossing into my rear. Then it will close the supply way. Then my division or my complete army would be out of supply. Airstrikes are still not so successful at been doing. And there's still flag. I was hoping that maybe the flag will stop and then I could attack without a really big issue, because then the enemies are very close to be out of supplies. I still need some more supplies in Java. This is the biggest handicap for the campaign in Java, is normally supplies, not manpower. I don't have enough supplies to attack too fast. And supplies are missing because I have too many bases asking for supplies at the end of my supply line. So New Zealand, Australia, East and West, they all ask supplies. Ceylon asks supplies. Burma asks supplies. Even Singapore asks for supplies. So I can never produce enough supplies and feed all at the same time. Good, the B-17s are attacking. Cannot do much. And let them strike. Maybe a hit, maybe not. I sweep again. Today only 42 out of 45, but no one is more here. So Xargun gave up to make long range cap. Let me believe that maybe the kill ratio was true, so I really killed 4 out of them and only lost 2 of my own. And today he's sweeping my own base, so he's attacking now and I'm on cap. So I have here some zeros and some Oscars, and that was more successful. So I have the Oscars at 15 and the zeros at 20. And this is I think the best altitude for this kind of airframes. It also makes or gives the pilot only the standard fatigue. So second wave, so heavy strike from Xargun. Maybe better this time for him. My pilot's a little tired. But I fight over my own base, so even if the airframe is broken, maybe the pilot is only wounded. But it's very clear to see that Xargun is fighting for the area of Brisbane. He was not able to really fight for Perth, but Brisbane I think is a must hold for him. Because if I take Brisbane, I have a shipyard nearby. I'm not so sure if this really makes sense to use this kind of shipyard because it's always in range of enemy strike aircraft, but it's a shipyard he will lose, it for sure. Good, this is only burning supplies, bombardments. Here I have more guns, so I can also inflict more casualties. And then doing... Grey Mouse is still holding. But... well, maybe another day. And of course, New Zealand High Command is here. I have now 2 Navy Guard units and a third arriving this turn. So maybe tomorrow. The AA regiment is this is a problem of the wayfinding. There's normally a small rail trail around this unit, but you cannot choose the way the unit is railing. So the AI or pathfinding simply rail my AA unit immediately directly into the enemy unit. That is nonsense, but I cannot change it. You can choose how to move sometimes with your land units, but not with rail. It's a little more complicated. There are not many choices. You can simply only say you won't go to other base, but how you go to the base is up to the way or pathfinding. Good. Anyway, this was the first May and it was okay turn. Nothing really too great happens. A little dogfighting, but this is maybe more in my favor. So air losses was 15 to 10 in my favor, but nothing really great. 15 Warhawks is not possible because there are 4 more, so you can check here the 19, so there are 4 over-reported, so I guess it's only 11 to 4. Still, you can say 15 enemy Warhawks or fighters, P-40s going down, that is okay. And for me, I lost 6 fighters. But operational losses often have no dead pilot. Maybe this one pilot is dead, and the rest is all small ops. I lost 3 killed pilot and 2 wounded. And we can maybe check the air wings and see if they are from the fighter group. There was 1 ship sinking. This is the second type of this class. I always use this original patrol boats, reform them and make out of them invasion ships because they're fast, cheap, and have a high capacity of load. They can carry 1,000 troopers. This is wrong information. I don't know if the ships are sinking, but they are converted to troop transport ships, and they're always flipping back to the standard ship. So this is not the real ship going down. It was a cargo troop transport ship. So you can see here also in Tokyo. I mean, the situation is not critical. The industry of Japan is working well. I have everything enough. But I have the 100,000 supply simply rule now. So everything, if I reach 100,000 supplies, I will load a new convoy with 40,000 supplies maybe and ship them out. So I always wait, I reach the 100,000, then I load a convoy. And a convoy is roughly 30 to 50,000 supplies. So that I have always at least 50,000 supplies in Tokyo and not really impact all of the supply shipping in Japan. So the industry can run smoothly. No battle in China, nothing really was important. Here is a lock I must open, and this I must open again. Here it was only a support. This is a police force, so this is the guy normally the Chinese can attack, but for some reason maybe Xargun. Or he maybe just arrived today. And my own unit will also arrive tomorrow. So just in time, I arrive to stop uh, the potential threat of a Chinese takeover of the space. That would be not so nice. There's no real industry here, other there's some resources, okay. I must take care of this guy, so there's one unit walking west and try to take him. So this is also why I bomb them with aircraft, so that they are not faster moving in this direction, so that I can maybe catch them and kick them before they enter with a hex and close the supply. But because the allies control this hex, no supplies can go to my units now these days. So I must maybe stop the bombardments, or I will run out of supplies. My carriers are now really not more far away from the base, so I will return, fix my small engine damage and rearm, and then maybe prepare for the next strike. Or I wait that Colombo will fall, hopefully, with this unit arrive tomorrow. Yeah, so tomorrow I arrive in the hex, the day after tomorrow I can attack Colombo. So 4th of May is now the roughly the schedule to take Colombo, or at least have a battle at Colombo. And all the rest is slow and nothing really too important happened. West Coast is over, it's really only clean up and nothing else. East Coast, we had now 2 days with dogfighting. First out of Rockhampton, there was my 0 air wing. And you can see out of 45 air wings, there was one pilot. Today. This is always, the left side part is always day, and this is total. So today I lost here one wounded pilot. Because I make a swap. I sweep the base, and on this mission I had one wounded pilot. But on a wounded, normally they will come back. Okay. And this also means I lost here one airframe. Yeah. So I had one operational lost and one wounded pilot in this air wing. Today, in this guy's lost one dead pilot. And you can see there are 4 airframes missing. And this is a kill pilot. So yeah, originally it's 136 pilot, now is one pilot dead, so only 35 left. Written off. So I lost here 4 airframes. This was also in the report. Oh. I think I lost only 4 airframes. So I don't know. If this 4... sometimes it's hard to calculate where the airframes are lost. Anyway. This 0 lost nothing. Okay. So strange. I was thinking there was a lost airframe today for the Oscars. Maybe somewhere else. Could be. Or... hard to say. Anyway, yeah. So my convoy arrived at the town. And this air wing, this unit was not attacked. I mean, it was damaged, but the cargo ships had no hit. So this unit is completely intact. This is the rest of the other unit. There is still some stuff on these ships. So you can see more combat units. They are disabled, but they are okay. And here's a bunch of support. So I would say I saved more. These are all the people. You can only save people, support, and heavy infantry, heavy machine gun troopers and normal troopers. Equipment is always lost. But I was able to save a bunch. Or the most important is the people, I think. Equipment is maybe not so important for experience. I don't know, if I call in more guys, I think the experience will drop, but if I have so many saved people and manpower, then maybe it's not so critical. It could be much more worse, let's say this. Nothing is destroyed again. No other air battle, everything is fine. So Xargun lost a lot of P-40s here over my base. I lost only one pilot or something like this. Airframes I can always reproduce, that is all fine. And a short look at the situation here is now under production. So you can also see that I have a R&D pool bonus for normally every air engine now. That's I think normal, but keep it over 500 and you have always a boost. I also start to produce the roofs already in quantity now. And I also start to produce now the Nell M3, so the long range one. So I switched them simply only from M2 to M3. And the NIC is running, but the NIC is just starting. You can see the first factory is just finished. This needs roughly 1 month. So in May, I only ramp up the production. In June, the NIC will maybe enter the real active combat. Helen 2 is also now active. So this is, I can produce 1 airframe per day. So this is also NIC and Helen each needs a May to ramp up production and will not enter active combat before June, July. Good. So only because you get the airframe means not this will enter the combat. So you need all first build factories, ramp up production, have enough airframes to completely get 1 air wing at least ready, or even more before it really starts. And the other short look, you can see here I'm already at August 42 with the M5, so not more long I will enter. I can push this down to June, because I'm already May, I cannot shorten this more to May, make no sense. So I will shorten it to June and then I will switch to M8. Similar here with H8K1, the K1 will be also shortened to June and then I will change it to K2. And then it's done. There's only the K2, no K3. All fine. And the 2B from the Helens is still far away. I mean, this needs a long time to get this done to, I don't know, maybe I can shorten it to August of 42, something like this. But once this is done, the Helen is also over, then I have these factories I can send to some other airframe. Also the MLE will be done. Of course the M8 will take a long time to finish. Good. Goodie, then see you next time. Take care, bye-bye.